face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many L's, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy, I get 80 a show. Save my money, stack it up and look like.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers.
Ready? 70, Indy. 54. And let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball. Show it up. Show it up. Kill. Hey, Jet. Now.
The first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 5. And he completes it to Wilson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready, break.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go. Fight.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
6-6, bullet 5. Hey, foxtrot.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on.
First down, Murray steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school He's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. 4. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Leo! Let's get it.
They'll run for it with Fournette, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. 54. Rock it. Switch. He's coming. Double up.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
18 Gators. Get ready.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9. Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw is Murray. Looking right sideline, that's complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Ford. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready up. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit. Go, go.
Operating from the gun, Ford. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to be in the ballgame, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Check. X3. 2X, get it.
To throw on 3rd down, Ford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now Murray off play action. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Damn,
Picked
bad
up by
pass.
Jalen Ramsey, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
From the gun, Ford gets it to Gordon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 60 or.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Hey, 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 hey.
Don't get nervous.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Looking to throw. Ford. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, my gosh, bro.
The 3rd time.
Lost that bitch. What the fuck?
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
He got 21 rushes,
Try to quick
third
hitter
quarter.
inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Ford going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mostert.
Oh.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Mostert. There he goes again. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kick's away. That is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Secure. 51. I want that.
Now Mostert. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. This is Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
On second down now. It's Freeman. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On the run, it's Fournette. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A gain of 8 and a first down. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Murray on the sneak, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Hey, Sam on.
This is Fournette.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now there's a scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Boswell for the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
That's the score. Niners 44, Lions 28. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Fournette running out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having... Fournette loses it. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return comes to a halt right at the
Bobby leaning. What?
Well, that
Bobby
wasn't the
leaning.
case of wanting to put
What?
points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Second down and goal. Murray, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 8 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Fournette. And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it?
Yep.
Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Murray. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Back to throw it, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Murray going to throw, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Touchdown, 49ers.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by one more. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll run with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one.
I need the stats. Keep calling timeouts. That's a tackle for loss. Let go.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Looking to throw. Ford. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Bitch.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the